Good evening. The lady in blue has a night out on the town. Your mother was really wonderful, really charming.
Thank you. I'm very proud of her.
Well, I must go and check to see that all the waiters have brought my guests their needs. You coming?
In a minute. Margo. Why don't you run along? I know that she likes people to come when she calls them. You know, your new friend.
Are we going to behave like this every single time that we see each other?
I don't see why not. You made the bed, now we're all lying in it, so to speak.
You know, I'm really sick and tired of being cast as the villainess in this piece.
I don't see why. It's a perfect role for you. Tailor-made, in fact.
Did you know that Tom is refusing to represent Simply Barbara any longer? That he's turned it over to Greg Hadley?
So?
So, Tom blames me, you blame me. It's not all my fault, Margo.
No, you're right. You're right. It's not all your fault. There are other people to blame. Like Tom, for instance, for having the appalling lack of good taste in sleeping with you.
Are we just going to stand here and trade insults?
No. You're going to leave before I forget I'm a lady.
A lady? What about a wife? What about a wife, Margo? What about all those months that you were too busy being a lady cop, worried about your big promotion, and only thinking of your needs, not Tom's? Is it any wonder that he wound up in bed with a real woman?
Barbara, I just really want a very quiet, dignified divorce. It's bad enough that Tom had to give John a black eye. So why don't you leave before I give you a black eye?
I'm not denying my role in this whole mess. But isn't it about time that you start taking responsibility, Margo? The poor, betrayed, loving wife routine just makes me sick. Grow up, Margo.
I'm sorry, are we interrupting something?
Yes. Thank God.
Margo, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine.
It's okay.
Please forget what you walked in on.
Listen, it never happened, okay?
God, I wish you didn't. Oh, I should be congratulating you on your marriage. May 2nd, isn't it, to Brian McCall. He's a great guy and a lucky one, too.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I still feel like I'm dreaming. Hey, you will come, won't you?
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Good.
Oh, well, not even lipstick's gonna help this mess.
Oh, no. Come on, take care of yourself. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Barbara is responsible for the breakup of that marriage.
Why are you so happy about it?
Oh, Lord, no. I'm not. I'm not happy about that. It's just that this is going to help me get Barbara out of my life once and for all. As my Uncle Earl is fond of reminding me, know thy enemy, and it is a lot easier to fight them.
That sounds very Machiavellian.
Machiavelli had nothing on Earl. The thing is, Harriet, Brian is convinced that Barbara is a good, sweet, trusted friend. Well, what will happen when he finds out that his good, sweet, trusted friend has seduced his close pal Tom out of a happy marriage? I will answer that. Brian will find out that Barbara is not as simple as she seems.
Maybe it wasn't the best time to talk to her.
Oh, it's such a nice evening.
Wonderful time. Hello.
Hey, Heather, how are you? How are you? Will you join us?
Roy, I was so glad that you were at the house the other day when those flowers came for Franny from Douglas.
Oh, me too. I only wish I could have intercepted them, but how can you second-guess a sicko like Marcia Talbot?
I know.
Look, after tonight, we're all going to have some real wonderful memories about this place, right?
Right.
I already have some good memories. Some of the things that were good about Doug are still here. You know, he was sick, but he was wonderfully creative. I mean, he made a beautiful place out of a warehouse. He could be kind and gentle. That was the part that I fell in love with. It does no good to think of Doug as a monster.
Sounds to me as though you're putting a few things into perspective.
I'll say. You're so right, Franny. If only Douglas could have had some help, some really professional help.
And Marcia really wouldn't let him get that. She's the real monster.
Roy, what's the story on this press conference Hobson's calling for tomorrow? Well, I'm sorry, Tom. I really can't say anything about it. Nobody's talking down at the station. Well, you know, I'm off this case. Say, Heather and I better get back to our table. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
See you later.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Roy didn't want to talk about the press conference.
I know. I don't like it.
Hello, did you miss me?
I missed you desperately.
Good. Guess what I just did? I just invited Margo to our wedding.
I think that's terrific. Why don't we make an announcement and invite everybody here, all right?
I think we should invite everyone in Oakdale.
I'll tell you what, we'll have the ceremony in the steps of Town Hall.
No, out in the park. And everyone will be on the shore, and we'll be out in a little decorated canoe with the minister.
You two are nuts.
They give me insanity every time. I feel terrific. How many days till May 2nd? Promise me nothing's gonna postpone this wedding.
I promise. Oh, I will be right back.
Where are you off to now?
You have accomplished miracles with this place.
Thank you, Ellen. Thank you. I couldn't have done with my gal Friday here.
Oh, well, compliments are cheap. Put your money where your mouth is.
Ooh, I think your wife's hitting me up for a raise. Well, good help's hard to find.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I saw you talking to Iva. Any luck convincing her to stick around?
No, not yet, but I'm not going to give up.
No, I don't know how that guy sleeps at night knowing that he's hurt so many people.
What? Channing? Forget him. He's
Oh, well, how am I supposed to forget him when he goes around accusing my husband of having an affair with his assistant?
Look, he's going to believe what he's going to believe, baby, and just forget him. It's just not worth it.
Steve's right. Excuse me a minute. I'm going to go to the powder room, okay?
Oh, okay.
Mr. Nolan, are you having any luck at all?
Well, there seems to be quite a line for the phone.
I'm not waiting for the phone, Mr. Channing.
Oh?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Betsy Andropoulos. I'm Steve's wife and a very good friend of Iva Snyder's.